Here. All right, today's topic, aging parents. Here's what you need to know. All right, this is what you need to know. We're all going to have aging parents, whether it's sooner or later. And you, friend, are an older mom like me that have a young child. So we also are simultaneously becoming older parents at the same time. So, this is going to be a great way for us to help our parents get their things together. And then we're going to get our stuff together too for our kids because you, like me, had your kids later. And then, like myself, my mom and dad had kids later. They waited almost 10 years, or it took them almost 10 years to have my sister, or me, and then my sister. So that made them older parents for the time back then, which made me have older grandparents. So, this is what we need to know. We need to know this is going to happen, and we know that we need to be prepared for it. So, this is what I have learned through a story. I've got to do the aging parent thing not once, but twice in my life. Once I got to be the person with aging parents, and the very, very first time was I was the 4-year-old kid that got to watch my mom and dad with aging parents, especially my mom. My grandpa died when I was about 4 years old, and I got to watch her walk through all the steps of having a surviving spouse, my grandma, and I got to watch what they do for the family home and all of the things. So I've got to live this life twice, which I guess that means you're lucky because Cindy got to do it as a small child and she got to do it as an older adult of a mom with a young child. So I know all the things that I would have done differently. And guess what? I got the opportunity to do differently. Because when my mom got to do it, you were literally in survival mode. You were holding on for dear life, trying to raise a brand new infant baby and a very smart 4-year-old, and trying to take in a elderly, very dependent on her husband mother, and doing all the things with funeral, burial, and a family home. So when I got to my opportunity to do it, I got to take what I thought was the best that we did back then, and I got to also change it. Where I wasn't scared of funeral. I wasn't going to make my child scared of a funeral home. I wasn't going to be scared of dead things. Not dying, but of dead things. That's when all of these fears entered into 4-year-old little Cindy's body. Because you talked to your kids back then, but you really didn't talk to your kids back then. My mom and dad chose to say a few more words. I chose to say paragraphs more of words to my child so she understands, and I understand her heart and feelings going through watching her aging grandparents. So I have a whole community of this. The community that my mom probably needed 40 years ago, the community that I needed 5 years ago. So jump in my Mom's in the Middle group. The link is in the description of this video. And remember, I see you guys here every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I will see you all tomorrow.